So Leo Messi's future is in the air, and now more than ever, because the player has decided that he wants to have made a decision, take a decision in the next 10 days. The clock is ticking for Football Club Barcelona and for Leo Messi. And yet, his future is still to be decided. Of course, Leo Messi wants to return to Barcelona, and that is the first option. But Barcelona are deep in the economic troubles. Yet again, restrained by Javier Tebas' fair play rule, Barcelona is going to have to speed up in order to get things arranged for Leo Messi's return. And everything, we're going to be talking about it today. All the details in this video. Make sure to smash the likes, subscribe. Of course, we're going to talk about it because Leo Messi, guys, Leo Messi has indeed 4 options. One of them is Saudi Arabia, going to Al Hilal, getting tremendous amounts of money, guys. He will be the player most paid, the sports person most paid in the history of sports, okay? We're talking about staggering amounts of money, around 400 to 500 million euros per season, something that is incredibly outrageous. These Arabs, man, they have the Arab money, the oil money. They can pay Leo Messi as much as he wants. But Leo Messi is not too convinced about the project, and we know that. And certainly it is a downgrade for him, it's a downgrade for Leo Messi. He wants to play at the highest football, the highest elite of football, because he wants still to compete. This guy is still the best player in the world right now as we speak, even if you have Lewandowski's, Haaland, I was having a mental lapse over there, Mbappe's and all these other people. Leo Messi, if you look at the stats, goal plus assists, this guy is still the best player in the world. He doesn't want to go to a lower level league, with all my respects to all these people, to these Arabs. By the way, salute to all the Arab world. Smash the likes, you haven't done so, we're live, we only see 5 likes, man, what are we doing? Smash the likes. But certainly Leo Messi wants to arrive to the 2024 Copa America, and he wants to arrive there with a good level of football. Maybe Saudi Arabia can wait. I think it's pretty obvious. Everybody would go there when they're offering 400 million euro per year. It is obvious. I think it's pretty obvious. Who's going to refuse that? But these Arabs are going to still offer him similar amounts of money in 3-4 years. Therefore, it's no need for him to go now. Of course, Messi has other options. PSG, staying in PSG. Right now, he is in PSG. He doesn't have a renewal already signed. His contract is expiring, but PSG are pushing for the player to stay. In fact, they have offered him a good amount of money. They have even included him in the new kit sponsorship. So PSG is promoting their new kit. Messi is included in the campaign. They're pushing PSG. But certainly Messi doesn't feel comfy there in PSG. The fans whistle him. He doesn't feel supported. Mbappe has a lot of ego. He wants everything for him and doesn't give credit to Messi. But Messi is better than the whole team. Messi is bigger than this club. Messi has more titles than this club. Messi has everything bigger than this club. Even bigger, you know what I mean, you know? Anyways, it is clear. Messi doesn't want to stay in PSG, but it's an option. It's an option because yet PSG still gives him high-level football. PSG still gives him the possibility to compete in the Champions League, still gives him the possibility to compete for individual trophies. For example, the Ballon d'Or. Messi, of course, he wants to win another Ballon d'Or. And he wants to compete at the highest level so he can get to the Copa America. Yet again. There are other options, guys. Other options. And we're going to talk about Barcelona in a second. And what the situation is right now and how Barcelona can deal with it. But let me talk about Inter de Miami first. Because Inter de Miami have been pushing for Leo Messi's signing. And they are still pushing. And in fact, right now, they see that Al Hilal is struggling a little bit, and certainly the Arab League is not as attractive as the MLS, which is improving year by year. Obviously, it's not the same amount of money that we're talking about. We're talking about way lower amount of money that Messi would get in the MLS. But Miami is a city that Messi wanted to play, to live in with the family. He wants to do that at a certain point in his life. Why not this year? But maybe the MLS is still a little bit under the level of what Messi is looking for right now. I think getting Messi into the MLS or the Arab League, I think it makes no sense. I think it's I don't know. I cannot come up with a comparison, but it's basically having the best player in the world in not one of the best leagues in the world, not even in the top 5. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Maybe in 3-4 years it does make sense. And yet again, Barcelona, of course, the club we all love, the reason that you're here watching me doing this video. By the way, smash the likes if you haven't done so already. I don't want to repeat it again. What is the situation? Right now, Barcelona is still dependent on Javier Tebas on approving, on giving the approval, the green light for the plan that Laporta has crafted for Leo Messi's return. The problem, guys, is that Mr. Javier Tebas is going to give the approval in the next few days. We will see. Maybe it's 1 day, maybe it's 2, maybe it's 6 days, maybe it's 10 days. Leo Messi is giving us 10 days to decide. Why is he putting the pressure? Because this guy cannot wait until the last second. Look what happened when he waited until the last second 2 years ago. In the last second, come back to Barcelona. Drama happened. He doesn't want that to happen again. And certainly Barcelona are restrained by the financial fair play rules by Mr. Javier Tebas. Javier Tebas is not really helping us. Not really helping us. And let me tell you guys, once we get the green light, it doesn't mean that we sign Messi the next day. No. The green light means that Barcelona's strategy to bring back Messi can be activated. And if eventually everything falls into its own place, then Messi will be able to come. That means we're going to have to sell players, and not 5 million euro players. We're talking about 20, 30, 40, 50 million euro players. Okay, we need those sales. We need to reduce the expenses of the club. Part of it is already done. Okay, I think this part is pretty much done. And we also have to register other players that are not registered in the club. Gavi's in the club. They are registered in the club, but they are not registered in the first team, right? We're talking about Gavi's, Araujos, Valdés. Careful, guys, careful. This is going to take days to do all of this. It's going to take days, especially the offer. I think the biggest problem is the offer that we would get for one of our players. And of course, other clubs are going to understand that we are restrained by bringing back Leo Messi, and we need to sell a player. Therefore, it's not the same. You're not going to get the same amount of money when you don't want to sell a player than when you want to sell a player. You know what I mean? If you're desperate to sell, then they're going to give you anything. Nothing, pretty much. But if you really don't want to sell a player, imagine Frankie de Jong. They're still offering 100 million. We're not going to sell. But Ansu Fati now, for example, they talk about Ansu Fati. Maybe you can sell Ansu Fati for 30, 40, 50 million euro. 2 years ago, they were offering 200 million or 150 million. Obviously, then we didn't want to sell because we thought, oh my God, incredible La Masia prospect. And now we're saying, oh shit, Ansu Fati, man. Is he going to recover ever? I don't know. Maybe sell him is the good thing. Ferran Torres, maybe as well. Pretty much the same situation. Now we want to sell Ferran Torres. So it's not. Barcelona has never been a good club in selling because we want the best players in our club, right? So the situation is this, guys. The situation is that Messi is running out of time. No, in fact, Barcelona is running out of time because Messi wants to decide, and it's obvious that he wants to decide early enough. He wants to decide early enough. He doesn't want to play around with his future. He doesn't want to wait until the last second. Imagine Barcelona cannot make the sale, or eventually we get the green light, but eventually we cannot make the right moves in order for the financial fair play to get aligned and Messi can arrive. Imagine then another upset for Leo Messi. I think the Messi family have learned well enough that they don't want that to happen. They don't want that to happen. So guys, you judge for yourselves. Let me know in the comments down below. I give it a slim chance that Messi joins Barcelona directly, because there's too many things already, guys. Too many things that Barcelona need to do, you know? And also Messi is going to be pressuring, but there are chances. I have seen rumors about a possible loan deal. So Messi goes to Inter de Miami, and then there is a loan deal going to Barcelona. Why would Inter de Miami loan as the player? Basically because Messi wants that to happen. That could be an option. And I'm sure that in the next few days we will see other options, because Messi wants to return. But at the end of the day, for this loan deal to happen, we're gonna need to have the player to really push for this, to really push for this. And of course we will help him push. Barcelona will help him push, but it's gonna be the player really who's gonna have to push for this kind of loan deals. And the family, remember, the dad, Jorge Messi, the dad of Leo Messi, isn't too happy about the situation with his son, and the relationship with Laporta isn't too good. It's improving, but isn't the best. Of course, with Inter de Miami, it's going to be a new relationship. With Al Hilal, it's all based in money, in cash. But we will see, guys. And I want to hear your thoughts in the comments, because it's a very interesting topic. What are the chances that Leo Messi plays for Barcelona next season? Let me know in the comments. I'll give it a 30%. In fact, I think I'm too positive, 25%. And now I'm looking for your comment. So thank you very much. Make sure you do subscribe to the channel. It's always very helpful. If you do so, you'll get, you can smash the notification bell as well. You get notified as soon as I release my next video. And now, and as I always say, Visca el Barça, Visca Catalunya, and see you in the next video.